How did you learn what love was? Growing up, I heard countless stories about how my grandparents met and how my grandpa had always been there for my grandma. He wasn't just her husband, he was her rock. I remember grandpa telling me that when they first met, grandma was shy and introverted, and he spent weeks trying to make her laugh. He'd tell me, true love is something you work for every day. It doesn't just happen. I didn't really understand what he meant until my grandma was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. He did everything for her, made her meals, reminded her of the day, even helped her remember how to hold a spoon. The rest of the family helped where they could because my grandpa was clearly exhausted caring for her. One afternoon, I went over to drop off some groceries and I found my grandparents at the kitchen table. My grandpa tried to get my grandma to say hi to me, but she just stared out the window. Then he said, "Do you remember when we first met?" It was something he always asked her to bring her back to us, but it worked less and less. My grandma looked over at my grandpa and said, "Where's Thomas?" I watched grandpa freeze and say, "Thomas? You mean your friend from the music hall?" My grandma nodded, saying, "Yes, he was always so kind to me. I miss him." I had only ever seen my grandpa cry twice in my life, and that was one of the times. He just sat there, holding her hand. He said, "I'm the one here for you now. I've always been here." I didn't know who Thomas was, but I knew his name broke my grandpa. He got up from the table and went outside to cry. I was debating on what to do when he quickly came back inside, leaned down and kissed my grandma on the head. He told her he was making her favorite tonight. She smiled and said, "That sounds lovely." Then he helped me put the groceries